me so happy. For real. I got your I just got your text. Okay. Why you waited so late? You know I gotta walk and I gotta try to figure stuff out. I needed to know that. Bestseller Road. Okay, all right. Call me when you on your way. You're good. You're good. You good with whatever you gotta do. I don't care. You're good. I'm gonna be trying to move stuff around to make sure I got everything straight. You're good. Go ahead. Not a lot. Not a lot. Probably sheets and different things like that. But it ain't. Everything can go in one trip. It's okay. I got king size pillows or something like that. It don't that don't matter. I got a little one, a very very small one. I got a very very small one. Now if you doing if I got my I got a 42 inch. Yeah, I got a 42 inch. I think no, it's not 42. It's like a 40. What Wi-Fi? In the so it's just like the other one. That's cool. That's cool. That means my signal gonna always be fresh. Okay, so let me ask you this question. In that case, is it going to be 200 then, or it's gonna be still? Okay, so is it why is it what's the when you say smaller room? What you mean? Okay, okay, all right, cool. All right, let me call my sister. Let me. Yeah. Am I allowed to bring not allowed, but am I can I bring my curtains and stuff, or you don't want none of that? I got. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. No problem. Let me. I got some little work to do. So take your time. We're not in a rush. Take your time. Do whatever you got to do because it's best to take your time and make solid, straight moves than to rush and make a mistake. So let's take our time. Okay, you're good. You're good because you're giving me time to get my stuff together and get my money together and all that. So you're good. You're great. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Thank you. Thank you. We'll figure it. We will. Yeah, it'll be another week. Okay, cool. Thank you. Call me. Text me first. Don't just head out when you be still home. Cause I'm gonna try to get my stuff together, and if I end up having too much or whatever, I got bags and everything, so I should be good to go like today. If not, I can always come back over here another day. It'll be mainly just getting the bulk of it. So let's do it like that. You're good. I'm good. Let's run it like that, and then let's just see. Thank you so much, though. I'm gonna call my family and get my stuff together, and then I will see you. We will talk in a little bit. All right. when I woke up, because I just went, girl, I just went. I okay. I All right, cool. Look, straight up, no lie. I seriously looked at the phone and was like, I had text everybody and was just like waiting. And I said, I'm just gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna put this in the Lord's hands. And if it fall through, then God making a way for me. If it don't, then I'm gonna have to just wait all the way until my deposit drop. So I was like, I'm just gonna wait on the Lord, and I just left it at that. But I had told God I am ready to go from here. You know what I'm saying? And so moving it like that. So we're good. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get on the horn and make some calls. We're good to go. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And we will talk again in a little while. Let me go ahead and do what I got to do to get myself on the ball and get myself moving. Do Okay. All right. You got it. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. I got some good news. Girl, I went to sleep, and then I went to sleep with just the preacher praying, and I ain't even stressed about it no more. I was gonna cry about it. I ain't stressed or nothing. I went to sleep, and I dreamed that it was a miracle in the water. That I dreamed about the whole departed Red Sea thing that God did with Moses. So I dreamed there was problems on both sides, and God made a way for me. And I was like, "Oh, there go the dirt road. We can take the dirt road." Long story short, woke up and the lady texted me. I didn't even text her back because I told her I'll just let you know. Let me just see what I could do. I will get it. We ain't gonna worry about it. Text me back. The lady texted me back and was like, I got you covered. My husband said that we just can go ahead and work you a deal. And I was like, for real? She was like, all I need is $150. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, for real? So she was like, yeah. And she was like, you can go. And she was like, I was like, but I said, hold on. Let me see what I can do, blah, 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 blah. I was like, let me just try to get my money together real quick. And I was like, why you waiting so late? Because you know I ain't got no car. She was like, don't worry about that. I'll come get you. And I was like, for real? She was like, yeah, how much stuff you got? She offered to come get me and move me, Gwanda, for $150. I cannot beat that. She gave me like a $75 discount, plus then charged me no deposit. I cannot not move on that and not know if she gonna have another room anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? And so that way I could go ahead and answer my landlord and then go ahead and move out and then be handling that from somewhere else, and I don't have to worry about being in this space and this environment, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because he was going to have $130. Huh? I'm not finna call, I'm finna just call. I'm finna call, catch up, and I'm finna call this dude that I talked to that work. Okay, so then I'm gonna call. I got another. and she said no. And she called me back and said her husband said, because she had already talked to me so much before, her husband said that he will give me a break and let me go ahead. So they technically already given me one. It's technically $225 plus you pay a deposit. I'm not paying none of that. Because I came in through a referral through somebody else. Just be happy that I got an option. Alright, bye. He sent me Cash App before. So I'm gonna call him and ask him that. $20. But I got another a friend that I could call, and I got my pots and stuff, cause she would you stop raising your voice? I was calling you to tell you the happy news because I called you first to tell you. All right, bye. So, let's see. Oh my phone. Today is oh, dear sent me $20. Oh, oh, oh. All right, so I just woke up from my nap and I slept with the word of God on, honey. And I dreamed that it was me and a white man and a white lady, and the man looked like Elmer Fudd, and he was dressed. It was weird, but I dreamed it was a white man and a white lady, and me and another type lady. I don't know who the lady was, and we was walking, going to church somewhere, walking on a long highway, and it just a flood came, and we was standing, and the water was like right at our feet, and it wasn't raining. It just, the water came from somewhere, and it was just right under our feet. And I dreamed that I said, then it came in the front of us, and right where we was, it was just ground, and the white people was panicking, and the man had done just gave up, child. He was just ready to just go ahead and just get it over with. And the lady that I was with had climbed up in a tree, and I said, no, we gonna trust God, we gonna pray, get that, we gonna go, and we gonna believe God, we can make it. And I was telling her that we gonna believe God, and turned around, and it was a whole path God had made. He had allowed the sun to come out, and the sun came out, and everything dried up immediately. And all the angels that was just came out of nowhere just started singing, and I just started saying, hallelujah, hallelujah. And so after that, I went into another series of dreams, but the purpose of me saying that was because I woke up and I found a place to stay, and I really don't want to talk negative about it, but it's another setup. But I want to be out of here from where Joe is because of the situation, and because of what's going on, and because my Wi-Fi is not working, and mainly the Wi-Fi is not working so much as despite me as it is, it's not working because of the fact of its travel, because let's go through the process. I came home yesterday, and all day yesterday it was working. So when I left is when the problem took place. So if he was going to simply cut off the Wi-Fi, then my camera would still connect and my TV would connect to this. When I left, it was a little more done. The other dude was back and wasn't here before. So they said Joe cut off the cable in each room. Alright? So, and did it by rooms. Then the other man came and said, Joe said he didn't know which was which, so he cut everything off. Alright? I paid attention to that. That's a major clue. So, remember when I said a long time ago that he had each one of these rooms on a different network because these people are all from different states. So, when I came in here yesterday and looked at it, if you really look at the way that it works, let me get my camera. Because the illustration helps me explain. So if you have this camera, camera first is going to go to the looking for your router or your modem, which is your network that's connected to your network. So your network is formed, and then your router is put on the network. So you have a network that is established, and then you have the modem and your router, and then that goes to your device once you enter your password, and it connects upward. And I think this is why you get could be why you get the Wi-Fi umbrella, because you're connecting upward. Well, either way, this will not connect. And if this won't connect even to my hotspot, because I have had it hooked on hotspot before, it's not connecting because the network that this device is swapped to is not compatible and it's not working in sync with the entire process. So this is why this is throwing it off. Otherwise, how would this Roku camera know that it's in another room of the house that does have Wi-Fi access if there's not a network change? So this is where what he did is going to make him look awfully stupid in court, because I'm going to do some IT digging so that I can explain this to the judge very well, and in that rebuttal that I'm going to put, and I'm going to let him know that in order for him to do that, he had to do exactly what I said, to manipulate the networks. And all of this is just good old IT knowledge, because this Roku camera doesn't know if it's in room A or B. But it will know that it's in A or B if the network in room A or B is different, which will cause it to have connectivity. So I could take this over to room A or B and plug it up and still hook to the network if that network in that room that is using the same name is allowing it to connect. It could be house with 5 gigahertz or a house with 5, just the number 5. And so that's 2 different connections, same network, but it could be configured to be 2 different things. So since I'm trying to hook up to hotspot, the problem is when I go, my phone, number one, is swapped to an eSIM, or vice versa, the opposite of whatever I'm using. So my phone won't connect to this because my phone is swapped. So if my phone is, let's say, traveling, it won't allow me to connect because the eSIM is on travel and the network that it would need to use can't connect. Even if it was somebody that was close, let's say right there, and they wanted to connect, it won't do it if they're sharing a modem or a router that won't support this. So this is why my phone and this is not working. plus the IP address is going to be different. So this is why this is not working, because of the configuration, the manipulation with the phone that is connected to this. That's why it keeps saying it's not exactly that network, because it's a manipulation in the network. So this won't connect. Now, when it comes down to my TV, the reason the TV and his internet is getting the same error, no matter how you connect, you're getting the same error because the network is manipulated. So even if you were to put in, okay, my network is this, it's still behind the scenes going to the same thing. Just because you order a hotspot and whatever, it is still a hub drawing over me that is preventing that connection. So his Wi-Fi network is controlling the house, but at the same time it's configured manually to each room, because each one of these TVs are going to a different network. It could be this house network or the house next door, that house network, and you're just connecting to house, but it is how that IP address and how those network settings are configured. And this is why he was able to go in, and it says when I go in there, he paused your connection on your IP, because this is where he's going to look stupid in court, because you said you can't pause parts of the network. You can only pause or cut off parts of your connection. Because that's just like Xfinity saying, we not going to give, Xfinity can do that because they're controlling the whole towers. So they can say, we got towers down in this area. But that's going to be this whole area, because that's the whole network of Xfinity. Now, when you go in to say, my TV works and yours don't work, that's that next level down. That's that IP address. That this is the network. This is why when I connect to the network, it says connected successfully. You're on the network. But is your IP address attached? No. And this is why the TV is still working, still going, has the wrong time, still going, still producing, but you're not able to move that internet traffic. That's because it's connected to the network, but it's not allowing your device to connect because your IP address is paused or blocked because of the manipulation on that level. But you're connected to the house network because you have the network name and you have the password. So you connect it there, but you're not, your mobility is not connected because that connection is moving. And that's where he's going to have some serious trouble in court. And all I have to do is be able to say that in IT language where a judge can understand it. And he ain't got no win with that. So what he did yesterday trying to be spiteful, that hurt you. That's going to make you owe me that $15,000 that I asked for. And the fact that now all of a sudden today you brought the camera back. It's going to make you look weird. And before a judge, then so you bring the camera back when you want to, when he wants to. So what is he doing on this property that some days you want camera access and some days you don't? And the days that you brought the camera access is when them people that was just living in room C ain't living here no more. Child, I'm not gonna get into all that with you. You lost. You lost. Point blank period. You lost that. So if I go and move today, which is 90% likely, moving today, that network is going to be going where your next location is. So let's say, because all of this is going together. So let's say somebody moved to North Carolina, or somebody moved, I have to see where these men are going. Somebody, and then what's been said over the last week. If somebody said they move into Florida or they move into this, that's where that location is going to be set up. Now, being in that house with limited view, anytime you do that, they are giving you possession of that entire property. That will be a whole rental payment on a house and not you there in a room for rent. I didn't like that the room was designated that, and where she said the router is in your room. That means that responsibility, and that they do that to connect you on the connectivity level so that you're responsible for that network, because they're more than likely going to connect it to some type of federal connectivity plan. And this is why they've been advertising T-Mobile home internet. This is why they blocked the internet. This is why they had me call for internet. This is why they had another conversation. I only pay block for my internet. So that is why that. And then I don't like it that the lady said, I'm going to put you in the blue room. The rooms at the house look very much they look very much what do you call it? They look very much what do you call that word? They're too uniformed for one, and they look like rehab rooms. I want to use a better word. It's only one bed, and the TV is very, very small. I will not use anybody's TV. So that's another reason why they did this, thinking I would rush out to the pawn shop and pawn it. I won't. That's a cell phone. So pawning that TV is equivalent to you getting rid of a cell phone, because that's what that is. So I might still do it, might not. But if I'm going to live somewhere else, I may keep that TV, because if you plug up another TV, that is another cell phone. You don't know whose balls has been in front of that TV. You don't know what credit card they had on that TV, but you will be able to link the payment card they had on the TV based on the time frame that they're going to change that room to. I don't like blue accessories, because they're going to say you're in love with blue because you're Phil, the older man in California that was a Crip but ain't a Crip. We do for the community but don't do for they're going to play. They love that word blue, so make you a Crip gang member and all of that stuff. So this is why they constantly keep you swooshed up with that color. So everywhere you go, you having these blue decorations, because you're representing that life. So that's going to be a negative. So that was a red flag. The internet was a red flag, the way the room was decorated, and it came available too fast. Because I just talked to her last week, and she said she didn't have no rooms available now, and she didn't even have another house. So now you have a whole house conveniently put together. Well, I'm anxious to see who put it together, because Joe used to have the same thing. I got another house and would never get an address. Never say. She would not give the address on the phone, because that is going to be a link. So the address that you're looking at, you think that's what it is, that might be an address somewhere else. Now somebody might think, why in the world are you talking so negative about it? I'm not. I just know I can't allow myself to be bamboozled and really think that you're moving. I'm not ever going to be made that way. And I don't think that's negative talking about what is happening. I just know the law, and I've been a slave for too long, and I just know how they work in the state of Georgia, and that's not the situation. So part of me feels like, now that I think about it, if you go ahead and go, it's going to look like you're getting evicted from there and not getting evicted from here. And so that is a major concern for me right now and then they don't want any decorations taken, so that as soon as you go over there, it doesn't matter if I come back over here every day to check on this. They will still put Ketchup or another man in this room every night with his balls out playing, and he will turn that Wi-Fi back on and put that IP address of that TV on another TV or on another device, and you will be back swapping between two locations. That's all they're doing. Swapping men and balls between different locations, payment methods, work assignments, and psychotic behavior. That's all they're doing. And so that's the gist of the plan. So if you go to another location, all you did was move. It's like taking roaches to a new house. How they say you can't do it, actually you can. It's called your IP address. So taking the roaches to a new house, that's all you're doing. So will I do it be simply all I'm doing is moving to go? Now, did they know that if we aggravate Crystal this much, she will move quickly and this is what we want? Absolutely. At the same time, I thought about it. If you give her all of your money, you opening yourself up for them to play games with you. They play games and they want you, and that is another reason why I'm very skeptical about this, because I'm thinking that you just need to wait until you get put out and hold your money to move versus giving up everything you got, because these people, they specialize in games. So on that note, I'm probably not going to do it today. I'm probably going to not hold my money. She says she don't take a deposit, get my stuff together, get myself moved out, get my stuff done in storage, and call her when I see a change in my finances coming through. I'm not going to just rush out and do this and then it ends up where something falls through and I can't pay my next week, and then they'll rush and be ready to file another eviction at another house, because that's all they want to do. File evictions, link drugs and rehab, alcohol, men, balls, crime, in that order. Alcohol, drugs, men, balls, crime, psychotic behavior. That's it. That is all they're doing. And they use environmental factors to swoosh this around. So Joe cut off the internet and the network. That's going to make her uncomfortable. She's not going to like it. No, I don't like it. It actually makes me feel like a slave. Because when you say, because I have, how many people have I known out of the 8 months that I've lived in this house, how many people have he cut off the internet for? Not one. How many people have he flagged the living room TV for? Not one. So he flagged the TV internet because it goes to the Woodlake conversation where the man said that it was a pedophile in the living room watching cartoons all day. Is that why they flash the Cartoon Network commercials on TV? That's exactly why they do it when I don't have access to my remote. So it looks like you're sitting there watching kids all day getting off on children programming. So he turned the TV off in the living room to go with what the dude at Woodlake said, to go with an environment in North Carolina. So they build in different parts to go with different things. So you stand here in this situation or whatever, he did it to hurt me, but he hurt himself, because what you did was too sophisticated. And a landlord at a landlord basis, nigga, I thought you was a street nigga. Okay, so where you get all this IT knowledge? So let's just get to the bottom of it and let's see what's going on in the courtroom, because you opening yourself up for too many questions. Your Cash App name, you put it like you a street nigga. So where you get all this IT knowledge from on this network And what you did, it was too sophisticated. You forgot. I've been with the feds for almost 20 years as a slave. So how you got the information, you're talking to them on the low. Because a regular nigga ain't going to know how to do that. He's not even going to come up with that, I'm going to cut her Wi-Fi off. That what a street nigga ain't going to think about that. He might say, I'm going to go cut, ain't nothing else to cut off really in the house. He cut off the TV in the living room. So ain't nothing in, but ain't no street nigga gonna say, I'm gonna go cut the Wi-Fi off in each room. That and unless you know that even if she get hotspot, it's not gonna work. So in order for you to do that, and you left it only on, this is where he gonna look crazy, and I keep taking a screenshot of it. But Your Honor, he left it on the phone. He left this on the phone. He cut the Wi-Fi off on my camera. He cut it off on my TV where it wouldn't connect. But he left his access on his network, Your Honor, on my phone. How you did that as a street nigga? Let's talk about that. But I thought you was a street nigga. So if you a street nigga, how you did that? I want you to explain, because I know how you did it. So explain that to a court, how I got no access there, limited connection. But full-blown access on your house network. When I hook up to a house on here, it don't say nothing about no limited connection. It say you are fully, successfully connected, excellent strength. I don't get the limited connection thing. Why is that on the phone? Because this phone is what's traveling. It's what's moving around. It's what he is even using at different times. I don't even know why he playing with me like that. I really haven't just told all the stuff that he did to me yet, but I don't know why this man is playing with me like that. Nigga, the last two of your Cash App, you're connected. Why are you playing? Why are you playing with me? Like, I can't go tell, like, I just cannot get online and make a FBI IC3 complaint today. Nigga, have them look at every card you got and every account number you got to see how they link with mine. Why are you playing with me like that? Or how they link to ones that was falsely associated with me? Why are you playing with me like that? Because I can move out of here and be gone today. You the one will have the long-lasting federal issues going on. Because you're not right. And I'm really not trying to be that way with you like that. I really wasn't. But you're not right. So when you did what you did yesterday, you mainly hurt yourself. You did it to spite me, and it worked. It made me feel incarcerated. It didn't hurt me like hurting me. You made me feel like a slave, restricted. Like, and I'm tired of them doing that because Ketchup did it. Every male that I have been with or law have done that. That is their retaliation. You say something, we take. You do this, oh, I'm gonna take it. That is abuse. My daddy did it to my mama. I watched it coming up. It is abuse. It is financial abuse. It is abuse. And they taught Ketchup to do it well. Ketchup did not talk to me. One time we argued in 2013 for 3 weeks. Walking around in the house, would not open his mouth, getting up, leaving every day, going out shopping with them, and coming back at late at night, and would not say a word to me. They are mental abusers. We know she liked to listen to her music. We'll turn it off. And we'll block it and where it won't connect, because our network is not going to be the same as hers. Because the network that you're trying to connect to, that you see, ain't the network on your phone. So that's why your hotspot ain't working. Because you're looking at it. That you set it up. You right. You looking at it. It say your network name is such and such, such and such. But that ain't the network that's coming from this phone. And if you listen to Roku, it's telling you that. That's not exactly the network. Because that's not. Because this IP is swapped. But it's connected to his house. Because you're connected to the man over there. That's why his house is still connected. Because it's still connected to the house Because that house nigga over there is connected to Joe's network. So that Wi-Fi, that connection is blended together seamlessly. So when you go in court and say, I did not have that, once again, you're a liar. Because you're connected to the house. That's why he gonna lose this terribly in court. Because I asked God, show me how to explain it. I see what he did. Show me how to explain it, and show me how to explain what he did to the FBI. And when they see that she was smart enough to figure that out, nigga, you ain't got a chance in devil's hell. Because they going to say, we can't even say she's retarded anymore. Because that she put that in the answer to that complaint. Ain't nothing we can do about that. So we are not going to be able to push this insanity plot. Ain't going to work. Because she done cracked that thing all the way down. Because that's why he let it stay on the phone. See, if he would have let it stay limited connection on the phone, he would not had a problem. But because you let it stay on the phone, then my robotic skills look for the connection. Where's your connection? Ding, 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 ding. All right. Dinging all around. You're connected to these different men. So when the connection comes in, what else is going wrong? That device traffic. So they're flagging it on purpose last night. Not access, buffering. To keep you looking, because you're looking at this traffic that these men are doing. So he did it on purpose. I'm going to cut that camera and cut that TV because I'm introducing a new device and a new location. It was to make you mad, but it's really because I'm introducing a new location. And once I'm introducing a new location, now I got a new cell phone. Now I got this. That's why when I went to go log in, they put the cell phone up there. So your mind can go with the action, can go with the thought, with everything producing artificial intelligent data in a line. And it's forming seamlessly. So when you go and look at the device, what device does it say? It's right next to yours. That's the device it is. So then you come back. This is what's going on. The device hadn't been there before. And why is that device on that that is available to this network? You gotta look at that. Why is that on there? Why are they sharing hotspot and you're sharing hotspot? Gotta look at that. Who's sharing with you? And then you gotta look at why is your signal this is the Wi-Fi Pi. Why is your signal like 70%? That means that location is on this side or this side. And it's close, but it's faint. So where is it? So what he did, he messed himself up. Because I can explain that very well. And the judge will see that makes sense to show that you were doing exactly what I said you were doing. You let me stay in this house to aggravate the fuck out of me. And when I woke up, God said, tell him about your hands. Look at your nails. Mold. My nails weren't like this before I started living here. Now, granted, they had that lady Mary say it came from, she made a track and I came here and it happened. The judge said, just go ahead and put it on what it is. Go to the doctor and they gonna say what? That is an infection. Could it very well have come from this? All I need you to do is tell the truth. I don't even need you to do it. I'll look it up online and put the data to go with it. $15,000 you owe me. Look at my nails, Your Honor. Look at my nails before. All them pictures and live videos that I done took. Look at my nails before I started living here in 2024. And look at my nails now. He made my hands look like I'm a contractor. Don't even worry about it. $15,000 and I might, and you keep letting me think about it, I might just go ahead and file an additional case in Superior Court for more than that. Because I know you got it. I wasn't even really trying to do that. I was just trying to answer the complaint enough to respond to the allegations of what happened to me so that if a subsequent case came about, I could draw back on this. That's like a pocket for me. To say, go back and reference that lawsuit and what I said. So that is all he really was to me. I really wasn't trying to aggravate him because or get involved with the situation, because I knew that he had some level of law enforcement backing him, and I didn't want that retaliation. It ain't caring about him. I don't want the retaliation that's coming with you. Okay? Because you acting like you a street nigga, but you tied into the law. Come on, just cut that out. You don't have no complaint with that, because I will build that in 10 seconds. I already know it, and you already know that I know signals, so don't come at me to my, I'm a street nigga. Nigga, you're not a street nigga. You're law. Because I looked at everything that you staged around me that only the law know. So shut up with that. That is not true. And that is why that the Wi-Fi is cut off so technical, because you're tied in with that. So just let's stop with that, because that's not true. The little screwdriver, the black glove, the you doing AI movements that go along with my thoughts. Stop that. Because I wrote it all down. Stop it. You going to certain stores. When I went the other day and the dude went, cut it out. Let's just let it go, and I'll be quiet about it. But if you keep aggravating me, I will build it, and I'm really not trying to do that. I really don't want to get involved with all of that, because I'm trying to let God work that out, and I'm trying to keep humble in the situation. But cut it out. So moving, I need to spend my time right now praying and asking God, because I told God before I went to sleep, if it come available, I know that's you. Being that they have cloned me and say they can read my thoughts, they will have me thinking you moving and that's God, and you moving and that's the law. Because they said they cloned you and they know what you're thinking. So they would say, and she'll think that's the Lord. So negative on that. I'm gonna ask God and wait and go back to my peace and quiet and get a peace in my spirit on what I'm supposed to do, because you're literally about to give up every dollar that you have to do this, and you know that these people play games on the best level. So think about what you're doing. If you go over here to this house, how are you going to eat? How are you going to move around? What are you going to do? Who done been in the house beforehand? You don't know. You move over there and give up all your money. You may very well go to the backyard and they have a line of wheelchairs with no wheels on them, and scrubs in the trash, and a sign in the garbage that's saying it used to be Fannie Mae's nursing home. And then you done paid your money and you miserable. You haven't seen the house yet. You haven't seen the property yet. You haven't went over there to get the spirit of discernment in the property yet. Because I dreamed about another place that had holes all in the walls. And you don't know. So the first thing is go over there and see it. Look at the neighborhood. Get a feel for what the Holy Spirit is telling you to do. And move from there. Don't move from what the law say and let them push you and swoosh you over here. You need a place to live, but you want to do everything in decency and in order. You're not in a rush to just get to another setup to link for them, because they're going to link over there. If they wasn't going to link over there, then they would just go ahead and send you a disclosure and an NDA agreement and would cease this, and this will all be over. And you'll get your check, and they'll tell you, can't talk about this no more, and we're going to take all your lives down, and you can get new social media content, and this, that, and that. They're not doing that, so they're still linking. Until a white man come talk to me, they're still linking. So, if they're still linking, then you know that you're going into another trap. So, and they're building ninja styles, because they put ninja bikes in the front of Kroger the other day, or in front of Dollar Tree. One of them. It was Kroger. And whenever they do that, that means that we're building ninja style. That means they will take that dust from outside on that windowsill and build that into a case overnight. And you'll be like, but wait, it was only dust. No, we made that dust into something totally different, and then built it and linked it. And before you get up, it's already a case. I learned That's how I learned how to build so fast, watching them and watching what they did and what they do. That's why they be saying, you have whatsoever you say, so they make it look like this. But it's really the abuse that I've suffered from all this time of them doing this, and they continue to do it rather than pay me and let me go on with my life, because they don't want to pay me, because it's other people in jail that is sitting there that can't get out, and nobody believes them because the evidence is too compelling. And that's why God made me smart, so I can develop the rebuttal for the evidence that they making. I don't need you to stay in the trauma. I'm giving you the brain to defend whatever is done, so that you can defend yourself. And I've put the audience there that can see she's smart. And that's all I needed to do. When he did that yesterday, I kind of felt like it was an assignment. They wanted to see how smart I was, if I'll be able to figure it out, or if I could figure out how to fix it. Yeah, I figured out how to fix it, and not fix it necessarily, because I can't change my device back to my device. That will fix my connection to Roku. Now, what Roku needs to fix, I came up with that plan because I already told you I want my own security company. What Roku's problem is, this is what every security person has. Everyone on the market, unless it's federal. Every private owned security company has this problem. They connect to Wi-Fi first. That's your problem. That's your problem. He would not be able to do this to me if I had my own security system. If I had Crystal's Secure Fort and Joe tried that game with me yesterday, to him it would have kicked off, and it would have picked up on my backup data package that you pay for. And this is just so that when your Wi-Fi kicks off, data kicks on. Or you could go in and manually configure it every day. I want to run on Wi-Fi today. I want to run on data. And I'm paying for that connection to go in, and you put your SIM card in the phone, or your e-card. You put it in the camera, and we're going to run it like that. And the reason I did that is because in Kentucky, we got a camera, and they put a phone number to it. And then we brought it home and connected it to Wi-Fi. No, it was on the plan. And I think we still connected to Wi-Fi. I think so. So either way, the point of the matter is it needs to be connected to just like a cell phone. And then, so any changes that are made, if you try to alter it in any way, it sends that data to the card first as a hard transfer, so that you can't go into the app and take that off. Only the owner can from a registered device, and then you have to get generated a SIM and a text. It goes through a series before that event can be deleted. So if he came in the room and unplugged the camera and said she ain't gonna get access today, I'm sick of her, wouldn't even matter, because it's going to come in and it's going to kick that off and turn off the Wi-Fi all day long. It's going to kick in on the data plan, and then it's going to hard post all of those events, and they're going to be grayed out in the app. And only the owner can go in to that registered device that activated it to remove it. And if you don't have that, you got to go through the actual company to get access, verifying all of the information from the actual system, along with your PIN, debit card number, 6 layers of authentication before those events can be removed. That is security. That's security. This garbage they got, that's not security, because he just, I'm going to turn her Wi-Fi off. That's not security. So now you ain't got nothing on. So what happens if you were in a legitimate situation and somebody cut your Wi-Fi? Then you're just screwed? That's dumb. That's supposed to fall back. So in my security plan, we go data first. We don't go automatically into Xfinity. I ain't doing that. I want you got to go on data first, generate 24 hours so it could pull in all the likely data in or traffic in your area, so that if any event of a new event and it was like tampering, it will go ahead and detect at that time. It will do an automatic scan so that it can alert authorities this new IP address or this address was in the area. Now, it's not alerting those IP addresses and networks to the consumer. It is saving those databases in an internal system that works with the actual company. And this is to provide that level of service so that they know, okay, when it went off, was any new area. This was general. This was when the event took place. This was the new network. This helped you say, okay, ding, then we got it right here. Because look at how strong the signal was to the house when it went through. Boom, you're caught. Right there, you're caught. They're going to come looking for you. IP address, where were you on the day of April 15th at Crystal's house when her thing went down? Oh, I was, turn around, put your hands behind your back, because you don't have a legitimate alibi, and it's pending you here, and you don't live there at this date and time when it was an event that allowed the intrusion of this Roku device. So where were you? Why were you there? You ain't got a good reason? Don't worry about it. Just turn around, put your hands behind your back. We're not even going to worry about it. Bow you in the back, and that's it. Going to jail. So when it comes down to this is the problem. He knew that this didn't have enough levels of encryption to actually work. I'm trying to see, is this ink or did he chip it or what happened? It looked like it's paint. So this is what happened. This was the issue. So in this process, you move in this, going over somewhere else, or moving this, and this happens. This is what caused the problem. So, long story short, that's the thing. It should have a SIM that is registered that cannot be an eSIM. We cannot do that. It has to be a hard chip that goes in this, and all of your changes has to be done through that chip. You cannot go in the app, even if you're the owner, and change nothing. It has to be, you have to be close to that, and it has to be chip linked before you can make any changes. This is to ensure, and I would rather aggravate people or annoy them with security protocols than to allow someone to do what was done to me yesterday, that we will decide to cut the Wi-Fi off when we went to the store to aggravate you, and then you can't get it back on. Well, that's because Roku is dumb and don't have a chip to this and don't have a system to this. How can you really put your security in the hands of Xfinity? Because that is exactly what you're doing. And people pay big bucks for that and not really realize how insecure and vulnerable they really are when it comes down to security on a camera. That is a camera that ties to an app, more than likely on an Android or Apple device, which means if that camera is removed or blocked, there goes your security. My system covers blocks, battery failures, all of this, and the other, to ensure that you are protected you could go to bed and feel like God is looking over you, because I feel like God is the one that gave me that system. So even the system that he got, everybody loves Ring, but how secure is Ring? Batteries go dead. Even though batteries really don't go dead, Joe just takes it to another location to link the IP address. So that, I bet you any amount of money, if the feds were to ask me, they would say, where has that Ring been? Alabama, probably down the street. Every house that I've been associated with, that Ring has been there. That Ring has got more miles on it than a whole outside of Garnets Ferry Road. Garnett Station. So, that IP address has traveled, and it travels with the phone, and that's why he bring it at certain time and take it at certain times. And I don't have to worry about his threats, because they say that she's smart to figure that out, and everybody know that. So, and they seen my dream today, so I ain't got to worry about that. And I ain't got to worry about it, because God so ain't got to worry about it. I put my fear in the Lord. Fear no man. So, when it comes down to that, what you want to do then is you want to take that and you want to go over, you want to look at, that Ring is not, everybody loves it. It's a big seller. That man is making billions of dollars. But the service is crap. Number one, is battery operated. Number two, it is not providing a reliable service because it's not connected to a reliable network. And this is any company out there. I would challenge them in a court. You're selling garbage because you're telling somebody basically that this is what they're doing. They're taking two variables and they're telling you this is what your security company is telling people. And if I was to make this plea, everybody would say, that black girl is genius. Amazing. So they would say, you're saying this is Ring and this is a customer. This is Ring and this is Xfinity. And Ring is saying, I will give you this service and make you comfortable, and I will secure you as long as Xfinity give you service. As long as Xfinity give you service, I will give you security. As long as Xfinity give you service, I will give you security. As long as Xfinity give you service, I will give you security. As long as, and they will start to, wait, that don't match. My point exactly. Because you're putting your hands in, you're paying for a service. You can't rely on Xfinity. If they have a wreck, what are you going to do? If they have a storm, what are you going to do? If they have an act of God, what are you going to do? So you're saying if Xfinity service runs into a power outage because somebody hit one of the towers, you ain't got no service. So then you ain't got no security. So what happens if you have an office? What happens if you're a prominent attorney and you got thousands of files or a credit company or a software engineer? What are you going to do? So this sucks. This is not the solution. The solution is to link this to its own system. And then you connect on your Wi-Fi. But this system goes to a hardware provider. It goes into the tower. We provide service. So that this service, you're connecting one service, two system, three Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is on that third level of encryption, not the first. Thank you. You're rich. Write the check. Got it. Now, I know somebody's gonna probably take my idea, but that ain't no matter. You can't work it. You can't write the system. So that is why that's garbage. So I bet they do want a game operator. Won't do that. So, what is this? So that is what it is, because too many things failed yesterday when he did that. I couldn't connect to YouTube Live. I couldn't connect to YouTube Live. I couldn't get no connection on I couldn't connect on YouTube Live. I couldn't connect on different platforms, and the cell phone was definitely traveling yesterday. And so, and I was able to link that they calling drugs food words, and I ain't want no parts of it. That evil spirit thought he was gonna come in here yesterday, and they was gonna laugh and giggle with me and look like. And I noticed every time the police came, he was around like we boyfriend and girlfriend. That's why I kept texting catch up, even though it didn't mean anything, and it doesn't mean anything. I want that on record. I'm not having sex with nobody here, and I'm not in no relationship. I kept looking how Joe set up these rooms. So you swap into the room with these niggas that sell drugs, or these niggas that staged as that. These is law enforcement officials. And coming in here to swap into this room. So when the police come yesterday, it looked like we got a nice little cozy family. He's standing up there, looking up there. I'm not. I should have told him, ma'am, I'm not with that man. I don't even know him like that. He's one of my problems. I'm not with him like that. And you know what I'm saying? I noticed that when he told Joe and them what to do yesterday, when he kept saying it out loud, and I know what he did. He cut the thing off in each room. That he cut it off, and he kept saying it like, I'm telling y'all what to say, telling you what to do, telling you how to get, like, he kept saying that. Man, I just want you to get away from me. You. And that's when I told him yesterday. He told me, hey, tell me what to do with this. I don't care nothing about that. Get out my face. Because you are the problem. You move every time I'm asleep. Just like that. And I'm sick of you. And I just been quiet, but I'm about tired of you, bruh. Go head on. Go head on. Because you wanted to stick around to the police to hear all what I was going to say about the police, to hear what all I knew about you. Just go ahead and leave me alone. And because you move around this house too much when I'm asleep and when I'm not here and when I'm out. And act like you not. I saw you at Kroger last week. I recorded it. And you gonna rush back here and hurry up and take the thing off, and they made the Lyft driver wait 13 minutes while you had enough time to take your tire off, that like you wasn't at Kroger. Nigga, you was at Kroger. You forgot you had on that Life t-shirt? If not, then how about you got a clone too, because the nigga was at Kroger. So nigga, get ready to go to jail. How about that? You wanna play? You wanna play? Because I recorded it. So either you was there, or get your shit ready, because you finna be going to jail. Because the nigga was at Kroger with the same Life shirt on and the bald head just like you. So, which one is it? Was you there? If not, you finna go to jail. Because they had your ass up there at Kroger. How about that? How you like them apples? Because he was at Kroger and acting like he wasn't, and came back here and took the tire off the car. Nigga, you was at Kroger. shopping around me with a card. And acting like you, well, I'm tired of him playing his head games. So I said something to him, and then you think I'm not, because I'm, oh, she weak and nice. I could just go laugh at her, and she just finna give me her food. Nigga, I'm not giving you nothing. I cooked all my chicken and brought it right in my room, and I ain't worried about you poisoning it. I'm not giving you nothing, because we not eating together. You not my boyfriend. I'm not with you. We not having sex. We ain't got no potatoes. We ain't got nothing together. I don't know what you're talking about, and you better leave me alone, because I am not scared to call the FBI. Ain't nothing out here in these streets gonna put no fear in my heart from calling the FBI, because ain't nobody in here in these streets bigger than the FBI, because God is over the FBI, and he put them in control. So ain't nobody running these streets trying to think they finna run me, because you ain't got no power over the Federal Bureau of Investigations. That part. And they know, because they told me not to fear, and I don't. Ain't nothing going on around here that the FBI don't see. I don't care how many times they cut them cameras off. You must don't know where the FBI cameras are at. That part. I don't care nothing about them cutting off this little Wi-Fi and all this other stuff. And do you know where the FBI cameras are? Do you know what all they can see? So then you wouldn't even be threatening me about these little cameras. Because ain't nothing going on this whole 1517 in the whole world that the Federal Bureau of Investigation can't see when they want to see it. So I don't be worrying about none of these little people doing. Tonight we cut off them cameras. And do you know what the FBI cameras are? The FBI probably, I'm sure they saw you cutting them cameras off yesterday. So that don't bother me. Come to him making all that noise yesterday. You bet you don't feel sexy today. That was a spirit that I'm going to aggravate. Bet you don't feel sexy today. I cut your music off. I cut it off. Now, he was happy about it. And now, all of a sudden, he moving. Now, the dude from Alabama gone. Now, where everybody at? You moving. And I bet you, let's see who's moving from Dunlap. And who's moving from Judson. And who's moving. They not paying attention. This is an operation. Joe running an operation. Who's all moving? That's why he can't say nothing to me no more. He messed up with that phone yesterday. He messed up with that. And he messed up when the Lord told me, your nails, they were not like this till you moved here. They had that lady say it, and they did it when you got here. So whatever they put on whatever, go take your hands to the doctor and start building your case for when you get ready to go to court. Because you don't have time to get distracted on all this other stuff. Start building your case. And that's why he done start trying to clean up out here. Nigga, please. It don't even matter. I took my picture today. This house don't look none like them houses, them pictures that you posted on Craigslist, knowing good and well this house don't look like that. And knowing good and well that ain't the time frame. If he wasn't trying to change the time, then why you got these pictures of when this house first was built, and it don't look nothing like that? I'm going to compare everyone to a court, and all them rooms, Your Honor, it was rooms, every room that the people was bothering me in, he was advertising them as vacant, that nobody was living in there, so he could aggravate me. And he cut that thing off and interfered with my my network, because I'm trying to figure out, you gain access to the IP, because if you go in probably and look on, I'm thinking, will Xfinity give you that information, show you the IP addresses? Yes, it will give you the IP addresses of who, and that's what he did. And so all these, like I told you before, all these rooms are using different networks. That's why all of these people come from different states. And he did it. Everybody in each one of his houses go to different states. Ain't nobody in them places hardly from Atlanta, Georgia. And when they look at that and figure that out, they gonna say, she ain't lying. This one from this place, this one from Chicago, this one from there. Why ain't everybody in every room from a different place? And then that traffic start coming to your phone. Come eat at Chicago's Park and Winery. Come over to Chicago's Fine Hot Dogs. I ain't never been there. Why is my traffic that? Because that person is in that room. That's why. And then you start watching the traffic that's moving coming out the room in all the black. Go back and look at what wigs was being wore at this time. Then look at the vehicle. Then look at the what is the person doing? What's their income? Contractors, some type of 1099 employment, so they ain't gotta see the IRS. All black clothes. Let's pay attention to the shoes. Let's look for medical. Let's look for appetite. The refrigerator tells you itself. Everybody in the whole house can't eat Marie calendars or TV dinners and Milo sweet tea. Everybody in every one of Joe's houses, and that's not even the premium tea brand. It's Peaks. So the food, everything ain't gonna keep being the same. Yeah, it is. If it's staged, all the refrigerators look alike. Go look at any refrigerator at Joe's house. They all look just alike. Can't tell one from the other. Can't tell one from the other. And you know, I know, because I used to go in and clean up the rooms. Everyone, Mexican foods, and Dunlap, it was some type of, that's why they like my Halvin homeless plan or whatever. He had all them big containers of food in there like they was running a business, and then told me to go in there and throw them away. If you bought the house, you never cleaned out these cabinets? Of course you did. You staged these cabinets in here and made the cans look old. Just like you made that 3-in-1 aroma grill. You brought that grill over here, put it under that counter, took the top off, put some dust on it, made it look old, and put it under the counter, and took the thing off and hid it somewhere else. That's exactly what you did. Same way you did on Dunlap. Took the magic bullet that I got. He took the razor out of it, put it somewhere, threw it away, and put it back on there brand new. So basically, they buying brand new equipment, tearing it up, and then putting it out there just for display. So you can't use it. You didn't get no joy out of it. But we gonna get a picture of it. He did that. He did that. Every one of his houses, locations, got brand new cooking equipment in it that nobody don't use. That it's just sitting there for pictures. For pictures. Everyone got furniture in it that look like rental furniture, that look like something I've sold at a different time. Every one of his locations got abandoned big screen TVs all over the place. Everyone got abandoned vehicles that done been in some type of report that I done made. Everyone got a gay man in there that's weird. Everyone got a witch on duty. Everyone with known practical witchcraft practices out in open. Everyone got a old man room set up somewhere. Everyone got the person in there, a man that's not paying IRS taxes. Everyone got the pedophile or the weird person that's playing with their balls all day. Everyone got the person that is affiliated to an income that go to a different period in a different year. Everyone. It's nothing that I'm saying that is coincidental. Nothing. Everyone. Every single one. At every single one of his houses, and every single room was an intricate part to this. And he moved me around each one as they came. In August of last year, around November sometime, August, somewhere in there, everybody that was named Mike, I lied you not, everybody there, about 3 rooms had the same name. And one was the gay man prostitute stealing products from Amazon. The next one, the IRS author that ain't paying no taxes. Then you got the weed entrepreneur in the first room. And then he tell you go in there and throw the stuff away, and you throwing away look like something that you put in a hookah or whatever. I don't know what that junk was, but it said gas. So he moved me around with stuff that belonged to men. So every time you go in these rooms, they're all decorated just alike with layers and layers of clothing that they have that is strategic. So you pick your hands on evidence that has been used or created to put in places and then go throw it away. So it'll look like you're discarding evidence that is used in an ongoing investigation. And he strategically set up each house and each room and supplied each room with furniture, people, time frames. This is why every car that would pull up here had a different state tag. And he would even say sometimes himself, oh, I had to go out of town and come right back today. And then to link you, and then he would drive to an area in Augusta that looked like Alabama. That's why when we used to go to the store, sometimes he used to take this back road up here. When they take this back side road over here by Evans Way up in there and go on there through that looks like another state. That's why they do that lift. When they cut right down there by Church Street and go around, that looks like another area. When they go to this back way right here to go to Dollar General, that looks like a whole nother state that I've never been in. Must look like Alabama. So I noticed when he would say, oh, well, yeah, I need you to come go with me. You could ride. Then he done just came back from somewhere. Stop swapping with him. He's a swapper. He is a swapper. So he knew that I knew last year around December, I stopped wanting to ride with him. I'm not your girlfriend. We're not in a romantic relationship. I don't want no parts. I'm building you on the low. I just don't want no animosity and no friction. But I already peeped your game a long time ago, and I'm building you, bruh. And if you just, I'm waiting on you to just keep aggravating me. Because the feds know I will tell on you, and I won't care nothing about none of your threats. Once I told them, it's told. And they know I don't lie. They know I don't lie. So, and they know because they watching me. So, what you doing, I don't want no parts of it. Because you're setting me up. And I know it. So, I just want to have somewhere to stay, try to get myself together to move on. And that's why they never would let me get to that. They never let me turn the corner of moving on, get a job, or get this. Because they want me to keep being like you never quite get it together. No, but look how many times I applied for jobs on the Blue Crew. And they're all waitlisted. Except for the jobs that you really want you to go and be in this area. So I got smart. The job that they really have not blacklisted is a job. Why do they want you near Andrew Young Parkway, where all those people are? That's going to be a negative. That's going to be like Kris Jenner say, oh, that's a hard no. That's a hard no. They letting you do that. That's going to be a negative. That's going to be a negative. Because they letting me do it. And they blacklisted everything else. All the other ongoing jobs where you could actually go get yourself on your feet, they said no. But you could go be in this area. Nah, that's going to be a negative. Because I don't know why they want you in that area. And that mean that area look like another state. That's going to be a negative. So, won't be doing that. And he know what he did. Oh, that is such a good message. Really? Oh,
That is amazing. I would screenshot that. That is like so amazing. I almost cried to look down there and seen that. Really? Treats. That means I'm gonna be rich. Yes. I'm so I will be quiet. Okay. 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 They think I'm smart. They think I'm smart. Oh, I'm gonna cry. They think I'm smart. They think I'm smart. Yes. They think I'm smart. They think I'm smart. They saw Jesus in my dream. It was one of them weird dreams, but God interrupted and I asked him to. I said, Lord, I don't know where these crazy gas dreams come from, but please interrupt. And he did. It's the best message I've ever seen in my entire life. It's better than the one. It is better than the one that I saw in California that I was mesmerized by. That's the best message in the entire world that I have ever seen. And I won't screenshot it because it might not, they might not, I don't want to do that. But haven't lost it. I'm looking at a message on my screen. Oh, what time is 8:14? It is almost the 6. 8. It probably was the 6 when I looked at it. It probably was. It probably was because I looked at it about 2 minutes ago. And that would have been 12. Oh, that is the best. That is the best message ever in my life. And it wasn't there earlier today. And I really hope it's a message and them just not playing. God told me it's a message. And I'm believing it. That's the best message ever. Ever. That means they think I'm smart. Yeah, because I figured out that camera what he did. He messed up with that. And you being mean. Retaliating. And it's everybody in here. I know y'all used to work for him. He never turned off anybody else's internet. He turned off mine. But left it on the phone to allow these people to connect. You messed up. You messed up with that. And you messed up with my hands. And you messed up with... Now you got a camera back out there. And who is to say that it's even on? You do it when you get ready. And I want all of mine because you got it too. I ain't trying to hit none of that stuff. You tonight you ain't got no money. Sir, you better go over there and sell that stove at Flint River Road. Or sell them cars, do something. Everything that he had at every address was to set me up. Every single one to make it look like he had, that I was involved or that I was around irreputable people, bad company, and everybody did the exact. That's why he had that dude come over there, and it could have been flour for all I know, and put the little bit of weed or whatever he had on the table, and I took a video of it, and I bet you they took that video out my phone too. because I know it's out of his text message. Let me see. I bet you it is. It say, is this the phone that I had? No, I had the LG. That was around June. Yeah, I had just got this one. So, let's see. I bet you they took that video out. But I say him. I went through the messages yesterday. He just played games. But I don't want to talk about him. That is a wonderful message. If it's not a message, it is today. Because it wasn't there earlier today when I looked at my phone and looked at the tablet. And I don't know why I don't see Facebook icon down there. And I'm grateful. I'm going to count that as a win. Because that is good. Now I had this phone. This phone is in here when I go to the bathroom or when I take a shower. And I want to know, it all of a sudden say it's no SIM card found. Who took the SIM card? Oh, this phone was never on a SIM card. But they ain't never gave me that message before. They took the SIM card from this when I activated it at Cricket. So, he messed up when he did that. Let's see. Lots and lots of talking. I can't believe he was erasing stuff out my photos to protect himself from court. All the windows things and the white car and all of that, the marks on that, all those are gone. Here's the video. They got it. Video of, oh, it won't play because I ain't got no connection. So here's the video of the fleas. So I need that. Putting baggies around like I do cocaine. He just was doing stuff to aggravate. Alright, that car came. Oh no, that's not him. So I need to go ahead and decide. He just did stuff, and he know he did to aggravate me because I was talking. And they took the same plates on the wall. As long as I done looked at the Kardashian show in my entire life, I ain't never seen no plates on the wall. And I put them plates on the wall, and they put the same thing, made sure they put a reference on it, on the Kardashians. If the Kardashians did it, great. But my mama taught me that a long time ago. They do make everything seem like I can't do nothing without watching the Kardashians. So what if I like them? They act better than some Christians. So what if I like them? Ain't nothing wrong with them. They don't do nothing wrong. It ain't like they bad people. Kim is an attorney and want to help black people just like I do. They act like I got that from her. That was prophesied to me when I was little, and I came out of prison wanting to do that. I wrote Obama about prison reform. I did it before her. Then they act like they good people. They good people. Like, you can't be that way on TV that long and be fake that long. They good-hearted people, and they close with their family, and they work all day, and they look good. So what? I like the Kardashians. So what? I like Oprah too. That's the lady I really want to meet. That I really am driven by. That really makes me want to strive to be quiet. Because if I think about it all the time, if Oprah was going through this, what would she do? Be like Maya Angelou and be quiet. That's the only thing you can do, and that's sad. Because they have not. They just take everything to aggravate. And that's what I had said when I first started talking. I'm really tired of that. They just turn stuff off to make you mad, but really it's because you're traveling. Don't nobody want to sell no stinking drugs. Okay, so the video was done on June the 15th. Here it is right here. I got lots of messages. Hold on.
you got all your stuff, you could just start it and move in. So I was thinking about doing that, but I wanted to make sure I had some money to move around once I got there.
You got cash out?
Yeah. Worst case scenario, I will only be a couple of days late. She allows up to 3 days late. So I'm hoping that either to be out, to be getting something, ma'am, if I pay the money, I don't have the money to go and get in a lift to go see the house.